Hey, happy Groundhog Day again. In honor of Groundhog Day, we're gonna cook up a groundhog. This is Punxsutawney Phil. We live here in Pennsylvania, and tomorrow's a big day. Or today, if you're watching today, on Groundhog Day, or the day after. Anyway, we're gonna make a groundhog hobo stew in the pressure cooker. Hobo stew, the easiest way. I used to be a hobo back in the old days, so I know how to do it. Come here, let's see what we got. Carrots, Brussels sprouts, a little bit of garlic, onion, taters, whatever you can find laying around the railroad or down by the river. Some gravy, I found a can. Some basting oil we're going to brown. We're going to heat up in the Cuisinart pressure cooker. And we're going to cube up our Punxsutawney Phil over here, our groundhog. Sharp knife. Ready? Cube it up. Groundhog stew, hobo style. Oh yeah, one last important ingredient. A work boot. Cooking on a shoestring. You ever hear of that? That's hobo style. That's a good work boot. Found that down by the railroad tracks. Good shape. There's only one though, so I figured I'd bring it home and make some stew. Home my groundhog. All right, let me cut this up a little bit. I'll be back. Cubing up, Cuban style. We don't want to cook them all the way. We're just going to brown them up a little bit. Groundhog stew. From me to you. Punxsutawney Phil. All right, all cubed up. Let's stir them around a little bit while I get my vegetables ready. This is basting oil. Okay, sunflower oil. You can use any kind of oil. Olive oil. Groundhog oil. Getting there, see? All right. Let's brown them up a little bit. Let's cut these vegetables now. Onion, I found in the neighbor's garden on my way down the river. Cut them up. Whatever you got laying around, or you find in the yard. Hobo stew. Just throw these in here as you're cutting them up. Nothing fancy for hobos. Hobos are people too. Cut up some garlic however you like it. Don't cut yourself. Garlic is delicious. It's a luxury for us hobos. From Hoboken. Get it? They going in. Alright, now I'm going to cut these little taters in half. If you had bigger taters, you'd cut them in fours maybe. Alright, there go our taters. Careful with these sharp knives. See? Pennsylvania. And Punxsutawney is right about there. Oh, maybe there. Okay, that's where the party's at today. Now I found some carrots. The Brussels sprouts are laying around. I'm gonna put them in my stew. Okay, stew. Disco stew. Last but not least. Oh yeah. Second to last but not least. Some gravy. Any kind of gravy you like. It's gonna be stew. And 2 cans of that gravy can worth of water. Even hobos got water. Get my spoon. Stir it up a little bit. Stir it up. Little groundhog. Stir it up. Look at it. Groundhog, the other white meat. The other white meat. Anything else you want to put in there, you can put in there. Okay? And the last and most important ingredient is that work boot I found. Going in. And put your lid on. I'm gonna put it on high. We're gonna cancel browning mode. Put it on high for 20 minutes. Okay? Now, if any of you don't like eating groundhog, because you never had it before, so you can't say you don't like it, or a work boot, hobo style, you wait and see what this is like when it's done. It's gonna be so good. That meat in that boot is gonna be so tender. Right? Y'all having a party for Groundhog Day? I ain't, because I ain't eating him or her. Alright, we'll be back in 20 minutes. Time's up. Let's let the pressure out. Don't burn yourself. Back in a couple minutes. When the pressure's out, it smells delicious. Let's look inside of this. Punxsutawney Phil. Groundhog Hobo Stew. Oh. See that? Wow. Let's get some of that on a plate. Do I need a bowl or a plate? I don't know if hobos have bowls. I know I got a paper plate. Let me get my plate. Wow, where'd the boot go? See? Good old work boot is good. It dissolves, turns into juice. Alright. Get my other spoon. Sure smells good. For Groundhog's Day. Look at that chunky groundhog. Look at that. Let's taste it. Want some? Let's taste it. There it is. Taste that groundhog. Ooh. You want some of that? Ooh, just flakes right apart. Look at that. Flaky, flaky. Garlic there. Look at that garlic. Taters. Ooh. Ooh. And some bread. If you're a hobo and lucky enough to have bread, then you're lucky enough to have bread. That goes with it. So, in honor of Punxsutawney Phil. Alright. This ain't Punxsutawney Phil. You got me. Why would I be eating Punxsutawney Phil? It ain't Punxsutawney Jill. It's Punxsutawney Phyllis. His second ex-wife. He don't care. He's gonna be here tomorrow anyway. Or today. Groundhog Day. So, to make your own, get yourself a groundhog. Cleaned and dressed or undressed, preferably. Chop them up. Put them in Cuisinart pressure cooker. Or whatever kind of pressure cooker you got. Any kind of vegetables you can find. Oh yeah, that boot just melted away. See, that boot wasn't even in there. It just dissolved. That was boot juice. See that boot juice in there? I forgot, that's the best ingredient. Get yourself a work boot. Or an old sneaker. That works. Throw it in, put it on 20 minutes on high, and you're good. Alright? That's my dog, she wants something, you know that. Happy Groundhog Day, everybody. Don't scare that groundhog. We want spring to be here. 43 days till spring, as of right now. Alright, talk to you later. Thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna enjoy my meat. Groundhog meat.